Just with it was being comfortable with the coaches and the staff and the scheme, and understanding what Coach Vic wanted us to do in the scheme, and I just feel comfortable with just being here and under his leadership.
As a follow-up, 4-3 front versus a 3-4 front, how big of an adjustment will that be for you?
Won't be a big adjustment. I played in college. I played a little bit in Minnesota, so I'm comfortable with the 3-4, but they have various different fronts here, so I'm comfortable with 3-4, 4-3.
Up next, we've got Troy, followed by Eric. Go ahead, Troy.
How much did George Payton being here lead you to Denver? And what have you heard about Coach Bill Kollar from either your being in the league for your long? What have you heard about your new D-line coach?
First and foremost, George, great guy. Had him when I was in Minnesota, but I think it was just everything together. I played against Vic when he's in Chicago, so I'm feeling familiar with his defense. And Coach Cole, great coach, heard a lot of great things about him. He's definitely going to work us and make sure that we do what we need to do during the week to get ready for Sunday.
We've got Eric, followed by Zach Stevens. Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, hey, Shamar, couple for you. First, what about Vic's defense in particular stands out to you? And then second, you've been able to stay on the field last couple of years, last 5 years, really. What's been the key to your availability?
First thing about his defense, multifaceted, so he's able to do a lot of things out of that defense. Be able to bring a lot of pressure, kind of determine where to run and where you want to get the ball on a second and long and third and long, things like that. So he does a lot of good things with the pressure and able to force people to do what he wants to do. Really, it's just, for me, just being able to have this role, because I played a lot last year. I played a lot throughout my career. Just be able to rotate, because they love to rotate their guys, be able to be fresh and be able to have consistent downs every down.
As a reminder, if you have a question, please raise your hand. If you no longer have a question, please lower your hand. We're going to go to Zach Stevens, followed by George Stoya. Go ahead, Zach.
Hey, Shamar, thanks for talking with us and welcome to Denver. You've been a starter for many years now. Do you expect to be a starter here again? And what do you think your role is going to be? You mentioned rotating a lot.
About me being a starter, it's up to the coaches to decide. I'm just going to come out here and do my job and play the best of my ability. But my role here is to do what the coaches ask me to do and help the team win.
Now we'll have George. Go ahead, George.
Hey, Shamar, thanks for doing this. Kind of going off that, what do you maybe know about this defensive line? You know, Shelby Harris, Draymond Jones, those guys, and even just up front, Von Miller, Bradley Chubb. How excited are you to play along those guys in that defensive front?
I'm very excited to play. Just watching them, hearing about them too. These guys can rush. They're great first and second down. I mean, they've been top defense. So these guys know how to play. Just learning from them and trying to just get information from them, how they play the system, and learning from them will be key for me in being able to be productive in this defense.
Now we'll go over to Andrew Mason, followed by Nick Kosmatter. Andrew, go ahead for me.
Hey, Shamar, a lot of guys for the Broncos the last few weeks have talked about how George Payton is trying to kind of change the culture and build a culture. Obviously, you haven't been around the guys yet, but what have you kind of learned about the Broncos, about what they want to build and where they want to go this year?
I just know they want to win and build a winning culture. And for me, just coming in, I just want to be able to aid in that and be part of a winning team and help these guys go to playoffs and hopefully Super Bowl.
If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand and put yourself in the queue. Next, we'll have Nick Kosmatter.
Yeah, Shamar, thanks for taking the time. When you just look at this defense, as a whole, I know you haven't, practiced them or anything like that, but what do you just kind of your outsider's view sense of what this unit could potentially be in 2021 in terms of, league-wide?
We have a real good chance to be a dominant defense. I mean, they have a lot of talent all around, and the draft hasn't even came yet, so the depth looks very good. The players look very good, so I'm excited to be in this defense just to aid in anything I could do to help win games.
Final two questions. We'll go to Ryan O'Halloran, followed by Brandon Cristal. Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, you were on the market for about 3.5 weeks. Was it tough to be patient while the market settled down for you?
Yeah, I mean, being released and then trying to come into a new team and system, learning what people want out of you and what you can provide for them is always difficult. But being patient and just understanding what I want out of me and what I want out of the defense was key for me in this, and I'm very comfortable and happy with the decision I make.
Final question, Brandon Cristal. Go ahead, Brandon.
I guess kind of following up on that, sorry if you covered this a little bit, but what do you see with Vic Fangio's defense that made it attractive? And you mentioned the talent here, these pieces. How do you see yourself fitting in, and I guess what excites you about coming to play in this defense for this coach?
Really the movement, the multifaceted ability of the defense, just being able to have different fronts, different things, being able to play different positions all down the line. He expects the same thing out of all the D linemen. So being able to be more than just a pigeonhole into one position is very, very key for me, and then for any D lineman that wants to play, because you just don't always want to be unstoppable or passers. You want to be able to complete player, and that's what this defense allows you to do, is become a complete player.
Let's do one more. Troy, do you have one more?
Yeah, so you got the Yankees hat on there. Is this their year finally? Did you see Cole last night? Is this the year your Yankees finally get back to the World Series and win it? And did I see you were high school basketball teammates with Tobias Harris? My word, how great was that high school team?
Yeah, I was high school teammates with him. We were able to win a state title, but yeah, I'm excited for the Yankees. I haven't been watching baseball recently, but I'm always a fan of New York sports, and definitely a big Yankee Mets fan.
You're both? You can be both?
Yeah, I'm from Long Island, so we were watching the Mets, but I mean, the Yankees are iconic, so I got to rep it.
Cool. Thanks. Appreciate it, my man.
Shamar, thank you so much. Thanks for joining, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.